High in the Indian Himalayas, far from cities and crowds, lies a land that whispers with the wind, a land where time slows and silence carries stories that span millennia. This is Ladakh, and nestled within its cliffs and valleys stand three forgotten giants, carved in bas relief on vertical rock faces dating back to 6th century Common Era, making them almost 1500 years old. Carved in stone, carved in faith, the Buddhas of future, the Maitreya Buddhas. In Mahayana Buddhism, Maitreya Buddha is revered as the Buddha of future who currently resides in the heavenly realm of Tushita as a bodhisattva, a being of boundless compassion destined to appear when humanity forgets the path to peace. Across cultures and centuries, statues of Maitreya have stood as symbols of hope, of patience, of rebirth. But here in Ladakh, Maitreya is not just a prophecy, he is present, carved into cliffs, gazing over valleys, not in temples, but in stone itself. These statues are more than devotional icons. They are pieces of 1500 years of history. Art historians trace their design to the Gandhar school of art, a fusion of Indian and Greco Roman styles. It all began in 260 before Christian era when Ashok extended his empire up to Afghanistan and introduced Buddhism. Slowly it spread up to Kashmir as documented by Pahin and Huangzhou. In around 100 Christian era, Kanishka the Great, the Kushan emperor, extended his kingdom up to central India and embraced Buddhism. He revitalized the Central Asian trade route, which would later be called the Silk Road, from Constantinople to Wuhan, with Bactria or Bukhara as its center. Ladakh lay at the crossroads of this trade route and Buddhism flourished. By 5th century, the Kushan Empire had declined and was taken over by Hephthalites or the White Huns, who also converted to Buddhism and being traders safeguarded the Central Asian trade route. It was during their reign that Buddhas of Ladakh and their famous counterparts, the Buddhas of Bamyan in Afghanistan, were carved in 6th century Common Era. It makes them 1500 years old. It was during the period of Hephthalites that the three colossal Maitreya Buddha statues were carved along with the Buddhas of Bamiyan, possibly to invoke blessings of protection and healing for those traveling the perilous mountain roads. These Buddhas resemble the Buddhas of Bamyan in Afghanistan destroyed in 2001. Ladakh's Buddhas survive, but in silence. To the people of Ladakh, Maitreya is not just a relic. He lives through chants echoing across valleys, through butter lamps flickering in small temples, through the hands of monks spinning prayer wheels for peace. In these remote corners, the spiritual continues undisturbed, unclaimed. First of these giants is at Mulbake, 36 kilometers east of Kargil, on the Srinagar Leh highway. It is the tallest Maitreya Buddha, which is 9 meters tall and towers over a sheer rock face. He wears a crown, he holds a pot, he radiates serenity. In the 1500 years, his gaze hasn't faltered. It is also the best preserved because there is a monastery surrounding this rock, which has preserved not only the statue but ensured a continuous worship and a large number of people coming to pray. The Buddha of Mulbake. The second giant is carved on a cliff face in a village by the name of Khadse Khar, which is 45 kilometers south of Kargil on the Kargil Padum Manali road. In this remote village, another Maitreya watches, less known, harder to reach, but no less majestic at 7 meters. He emerges from the stone like a vision, eyes half closed in timeless contemplation. And the Ladakh Development Council has built a pathway along which a tiny brook runs, and as you walk towards the statue and it is revealed to you, it is indeed a very, very different experience. They have even built a viewing platform here for the pilgrims, and on that corner there is a small kind of an almirah in which the lamps are lit by the devotees. A family of local people was there to worship, but not many people come here. The last of the giants is at Apati village, which is about 17 kilometers north of Kargil on the Batalik highway. Apati is a small Ladakhi village nestled in the folds of time and mountains. Faint but powerful, weathered but enduring, The 5-meter tall Maitreya is the most hidden of them all, unknown even to many locals. When I was asking people in Kargil, not many people knew till I approached a monk who told me. And when we reached this village, a young boy, Mehboob Ali, volunteered to walk us to the Buddha statue. This is the most weathered of all the statues, perhaps because it is carved on the softest sandstone out of the three. But again, it is a sight worth seeing where not many people go. In Ladakh's stillness, three ancient Buddhas look to the future. They do not ask to be worshipped, they ask to be remembered. Their gaze, carved into stone, is a gaze of patience, of compassion, of hope for a better tomorrow. In remembering them, we remember the purpose for which they were carved, to invoke blessings of protection and healing for those traveling the perilous mountain roads. To the people of Ladakh, Maitreya is not just a relic. He lives through chants echoing across valleys, through butter lamps flickering in small temples, through the hands of monks spinning prayer wheels for peace. In these remote corners, the spiritual continues undisturbed, unclaimed, yet these statues stand without fanfare. There are no entry gates, no guides, no preservation boards or spotlighted fame, only mountain winds and the slow erosion of time. The world rushes past, and Maitreyas remain unseen, forgotten not by faith but by attention. The forgotten Buddhas of Ladakh.